Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews, night 14 of the 31 Days of Horror. What I'm reviewing tonight is the new Exorcist movie, Exorcist Believer. I just went and saw this in the theater, and I've been hearing kind of like mixed reviews online and everything. A lot of people don't like it. I'm gonna come out right now and say it, those people are wrong. This is the best Exorcist movie since Exorcist 3. Let that sink in for a second. This movie does a lot of things right. It's different enough from the original Exorcist. Well, let's put it this way. Does it hold a candle to the original Exorcist? No. Nothing can. When you're making a sequel to the scariest movie of all time, it's kind of difficult to live up to that, so you gotta do something different. And that's what happens here. The basic gist of this story is, two girls go off into the woods. They're gonna do a thing trying to contact one girl's dead mother. So they go to do that and they disappear. 3 days later, they show up again, and they're not quite right. And then, Exorcist hijinks ensue. What I like about this is it doesn't go like the original Exorcist. It doesn't go overboard trying to explain what's going on. It doesn't go overboard being like, oh, well, this is what they did, and they went over here, and then this is where the possession happened, and this is... none of that. It's just, they're missing for 3 days, and they show up again possessed. And I like it because of almost like the randomness of it. Yet again, it's a matter of evil doing its thing. There's no rhyme or reason to it, really. The acting all around, really solid. I enjoyed it hell of a lot. Soundtrack, it was definitely more akin to some of the later Exorcist films, as opposed to Exorcist 1, which is literally just Tubular Bells. This has some other stuff in. It still works. The effects are good, honestly. I mean, they do the basic thing. Well, if you've seen the ad, if you've seen the poster, you know exactly what they do makeup-wise. It's very similar to Reagan in Exorcist 1. And it works. Also, what's neat about this is I'm not going to go into that. If I go into that, that's a big spoiler. But, I'm leaving that alone. All in all, though, a really solid movie. For a rating, I give it 8.5 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Essentially, let me put it this way. With the Exorcist movies, it's always been kind of like Exorcist 1 up here. Exorcist 3 here. Then Dominion, the beginning, Exorcist 2 down on the floor. How it goes now is kind of like Exorcist, Exorcist 3, and Exorcist Believer. Dominion, the beginning, Exorcist 2 down on the floor again. So I put it right on par with Exorcist 3. And Exorcist 3 is one of the unsung gems of horror. So just saying, there is a kind of cringy type scene. And the thing is, it's more cringy due to what it's come to mean now. There's a scene where our main guy is talking to Ellen Burstyn's character, and she's like, I wasn't in the room when the exorcism went on, and he's like, why not? And she's like, it's they didn't want anyone in that wasn't part of the what's the word? Patriarchy or whatever. Now, the thing is, they're not talking about the patriarchy, like men against women or whatever. It's the patriarchy of the church. And it makes perfect sense. It's like, that would be like going up to a civilian and saying, like, why weren't you out in the middle of that war zone? It's like, because that's where the soldiers should be. That's not the place where I'm supposed to be. You know, so take that for what you will. That scene's a little bit cringy. Also, yes, Ellen Burstyn is in it, and it's a great role. It shows kind of like the aftermath of Exorcist 1, like how the events of that have gone on to affect her. It's quite good. And all in all, like I said, really solid movie. 8.5 out of 10. I definitely recommend it. If you're a fan of The Exorcist, this is a worthy follow-up. As I said before, is it ever going to catch that lightning in a bottle that Exorcist has? No. That's impossible. It's dumb to even try. So, you know, yeah. So that's it for me. I'll see you tomorrow.